Actually, what I like about Help I'm a Fish is that it's one of those stories in which you feel everything gets totally out of control and you just can't see how you can put everything back into the bottle again. In this case, of course, it's a story of some kids who take this potion devised by the old professor, played by yours truly, which turns them into fish, and then they get into the ocean and they've got to find the antidote to stop being fish after 48 hours. So it's a great adventure story, and it's one of those wonderful adventure stories when you can't possibly see how they're ever going to resolve it, and yet it does resolve, and it's kind of very satisfying. Well, I play the semi-mad Professor McCrill, who's invented this potion. He thinks that with global warming the world is going to get flooded, so he's decided that it'd be better if everybody turned into fish. So he's made this potion to turn people into fish, and unfortunately it gets tested by the wrong people. Well, it was years of study, working out, studying, the elder man, and also looking for the elder man within myself, and trying to bring out that the elderly intellectual that I think is within all of us. And as an actor, one brings this out in a performance such as this. Actually, I just went into the studio and did some silly voices for a day. That's all. I don't know whether there's any real difference between acting when you're using your voice and actual physical acting, because when we were actually recording the voice for the animation, because of course we recorded the voice first and then the animation's done afterwards, I tended to act out a lot of what we were doing, so it felt like acting, although it's just recording the voice. Yes, well, I'd read the script, of course. When the director of Help I'm a Fish came to me, first of all, I read the script and agreed to do the part. And then we met up for the first time actually in the recording studio on the day that we were recording. And the director sort of talked me through the kind of character he wanted. And we kind of worked it out on the spot, really. And of course, they'd done some of the preliminary animation before, but they hadn't really done a lot of the Professor. They just had some roughs of the Professor, so I could see what he was like and how he moved. So we looked at those and then sort of worked out the kind of voice for him. Yes, I sing this song, Fish-tastic, in it. That was a bit of a surprise. I didn't realise I was going to have to sing a song. Of course, the song is really a song that he sings to himself to remember what the formula is, otherwise he forgets. So it's a key moment in the film. I think when I read the script, one of the most appealing things about Help I'm a Fish is that it's this feeling of things getting out of control and how do you put the genie back into the bottle. I think it's also using animation in the way that animation ought to be used in order to explore a new world that you couldn't really explore any other way. Well, I think when kids see Help I'm a Fish, they'll feel like I do, really. I think they'll feel excited by it. It's a great adventure. It never stops. The characters are strong and identifiable, and you've got one of the world's greatest villains in Alan Rickman's fish. I can't remember what he is now. He's a kind of fish that cleans sharks' teeth, whatever they're called. But it's brilliant.